Hello, everyone out there in cyber world, and welcome to Reading Eggs 101. This is going to be a tutorial on how to use Reading Eggs at home with your student learner and hopefully be able to utilize many of the applications that you can find on Reading Express. I have had the absolute privilege, and I do mean that sincerely, of using this website for numerous years, also being the administrator for the website. So I do like to think I know the ins and outs pretty well. The great thing about Reading Eggs is it learns with your student learner. So if they're a novice reader or beginning reader, it will start them as a novice. It won't start them with the Diary of Anne Frank or The Outsiders or anything of that nature. And then if they are a very proficient reader, it's not going to start them with Go John Go. It's going to adapt and it's going to change to help your reader become better at different applications, different skills, different techniques, as well as some of the new features, which include phonics. There's some stadium skills where you get to compete against people not only here in McCluskey, but around the world. That's quite exciting. So without further ado, there is not much more to say other than let's begin, because I'm super excited. So first and foremost, the thing you need to do is log in to readingeggs.com. You'll see that right up here. I will highlight it. There's a whole lot of things showing, but truthfully, you could just simply type in, testing my typing skills, and for that, I do apologize, readingeggs.com. Now, for you advanced readers, you absolute rock stars out there, you could still go to readingeggs.com and then get to your Reading Express from there. I will show you that in a moment. So readingeggs.com, I hit enter, which of course I'm already there, but I just want to show you what it looks like. And there it is. Okay, so Reading Eggs. I'm going to take this and expand it so we can see a little bit better what we're looking at. There, hopefully we can see a little better now. Let me also move this down. Okay, and obviously we see login, so I'm going to go ahead and click on login. Now my computer is obviously trained to know my username and password. This is what it's going to look like. Their login will be up here, password down here. Try to keep it simple. Try to keep it something that they're going to remember, something applicable to them, so that if you're not home or you're not available and they're staying at Grandpa and Grandma's or Aunt Tilly down the road, that they're able to log in and use these skills without Aunt Tilly calling and saying, "What's their username and password?" So you don't want to do that to Aunt Tilly. That frustrates her. So here we go. I have my username and password already there. It's already typed in. Again, you might want to write this down somewhere where they have access, maybe on their fridge, maybe in their bedroom, wherever it works best for you. And I would recommend you click Remember Me, because then, of course, it will remember your student learner and let me in. Okay. So here we are, and we are on the Let Me In screen. So I'm going to scroll over and move this just a smidge so you can see what we're looking at. Okay, so over here, this is teacher items. These are things that you will not need and will not see. What you will see is things that look like this. Start Reading Eggs or Start Reading Express. Start Fast Phonics. Fast Phonics is a new application that they just came out with this year. It's fantastic. Again, it's adaptable to your student learner, so it's going to work with them, it's going to work on their level, and it's going to give them those phonetic skills that they need to become better readers. But for you new readers, or maybe first-time users, Reading Eggs would be the place to go. If you're a rather skilled reader, Reading Express is where you're going to want to go. For all intents and purposes, I'm going to go to Reading Express. Again, completely up to you which one you choose. Make it adaptable for your student learner. Now, when you click into that, you will not see all the students as I see them, because I am the administrator. I see everyone. So what I'm doing now is looking for me, and there I am, a spaceman. My wife would be proud. I'm wearing a spacesuit, and I'm going to go into my demo student. What's fun is you get to make your own avatar. You can have your hair crazy or wild, maybe dress in a way that your parents don't allow you. So that's kind of fun for all you kiddos out there. But you have to earn those privileges. You have to earn those clothes and those different outfits. How do you do that? By reading. By reading. It's right here. So We go in and we see, hello, Jeremy Lauer. You, of course, will see your student's name. Now, I can go to any one of these that I choose. Now, when we're working in class, oftentimes we go to the library because that's the obvious place to go to read. But there are also lessons, which are custom tailored to your individual learner. There you see my spaceman going. And look at all the awesome choices. This is just from one of the thousands of books available. Earthquake. I have all these different lessons I could choose. I have these different beautiful pictures that I can click on and blow up. But let's just say I click on one of these. Okay, cover story. Look. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your computer. It says, look at the cover and answer the questions. Yes, it does have the ability to speak to you. I'm going to turn on my computer and do that again. Ooh. Okay, so for those that are having a tough time reading, it will do that for you. And then, of course, we see the play button, and you can go in and play. There are so many things. Trust me, I don't have time to show you everything, so I'm just going to make this quick. Okay, so it's scrolling in, and this is just one example from one lesson. Is this the cover for a fictional story, poems, or a non-fictional factual text? And you have the three choices below. And of course, you choose them. I'm going to choose one that is incorrect, just to show you. Gives me the X. Oh, well, try again. Gives me other options. Look at the cover. What do you think this book is about? Again, the computer is learning with you. It's learning with your learner. So it adapted that. It changed the options. And now I'm going to choose the right one. Was it a story about an idea that really took off? Metaphor. A nonfiction book about the people who fly planes. A book about airplanes of the future, or a history of airplanes? Well, if I look here, I see pilot. Well, we know pilot is the person who flies planes. Seems like the most logical answer. Bingo bango, we got it correct. We just earned ourselves some eggs, okay? And of course, there are many different questions just on this first lesson. But again, a million things to do. I feel like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory here. A lot to do and a little time to do it. So we're going to continue on. So, going back. Okay, that's where we were. I'm going to go back to the home. I want you to see that, so I'm going to make sure I blow up my screen here. You see this home option. I'm going to click it. It takes me back to all of my choices. And believe you me, there are many of them. Okay, so this time I could choose stadium, English skills, library, targets, mall. There's so many things to do here. 15 minutes is not going to cover it, trust me. The mall is where you go and you get to shop. Again, how do you shop? You shop once you earn eggs. How do you earn eggs? Here's a clue. You have to read. Whoa. Okay, so you read, you earn money, you can buy things at your store. You can buy wallpaper, you can buy paint, you can buy furniture, you can buy clothes, you can buy stereos, bedroom furniture. Whatever you want to do is available here in the Fancy Dancy Mall. I'm going to click back to home, give you a quick introduction to the stadium. Stadium, this is probably the most popular of my students. They love to verse the class. They love to go here and verse each other and take each other on, and that's great. Get rid of that music for a moment. That's great to do. However, when you're in a classroom environment and you're trying to eliminate distractions, this probably isn't the best choice. So I only have this available on certain times. But they get to compete against one another. They get to compete learning things about adverbs, nouns, whatever you want to do. You could choose your easy or difficult level right here. Whatever it is that you think your student learner's at. And of course, it's always learning with you. I'll keep saying that because it keeps being true. Okay, so you could go in there and choose your skills. You could compete at the stadium. You could choose spelling, grammar, vocabulary, usage, whatever you choose to work on for that given time. We're going to go back to the home page. Again, I only have 5 minutes left, and believe you me, I have a lot to cover. If you look up here, my progress just shows you where you're at. It shows you if you're growing, shows you how well you're doing, maybe things you need to work on, things of that nature. Okay? Back. Here's my eggs. I have 451 eggs. If I went to the mall today and wanted to go shopping, I could go hog wild. Idiom. And I could choose many different things. I could play arcade games. I could buy things. I could entertain myself for hours just with that many eggs. How did I get those eggs? I had to read. Whoa. Okay. This hand here says buy. That's where you're going to go when we're done. We are not done. We have much more to explore. So I'm going to talk about the targets. These are the things you want to work on to get your student learner to a certain level. So you're going to click on those as you see fit. You're going to check those periodically. Arcade, exactly what it sounds like. It's an arcade room full of arcade games. No, it's not Pac-Man. Sorry, it's not Double Barrel or Double Dragon is the word I'm looking for. But they are fun arcade games to help you learn. Your trophy room is where all your trophies are. All the things that you've learned from reading will be stored there. They'll never disappear. You can go into your trophy room anytime and look at your trophies. Little secret, I still do that in real life. Okay? You can go to your apartment at any time. Maybe you want to go back and check out your furniture, change your wallpaper out. Again, those are things you could do by shopping at the mall and then transferring them to your apartment. My apartment, I'll just give you a quick look at it. I have my trading cards that I've earned, my changing room, my trophy room. Oh, let's see what we got in the old trophy room, shall we? This isn't encouraging. Oh, there we go. Trophy room. And there I am. Now, sad me, I didn't work on this last week or this week because I've been working with students. So I have not had a choice or an opportunity to use these. But as you earn trophies, they will be hung up here in your trophy room. This is a pretty sad one, so I need to get to work. No doubt about it. Don't tell anyone. Okay, going back to the home. The library is really where I want to spend the rest of our time. Again, feel free to explore this. There are so many different facets to this website that make it so fantastic. In the library, we have earth science, we have animals, we have plants, science itself, space, the final frontier, art, ocean, comedy, fantasy, adventure, there's me kicking it old school. We have myths, or we have the books of the day. Let me bring this down a little bit. The books of the day. They just recommend a couple books a day. They change every day. Doesn't mean you have to read them. They're just a good selection that they think might work well for you. I'm going to go to find a book. In this find a book, you're really going to want to shorten up and make your search categories small because I told you before there are literally thousands of books. So let's say we're doing a 6-year-old. I'm going to go 5 to 7, just somewhere in there. And let's say I want to look at fairy tales. I'm going to click search. I click search. Now what's cool about this, it'll bring up all of these different categories. I'm going to click on fairy tales and myths. And just in the ages 5 to 7, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, count them 7 bullet points full of different books. Everything from Hansel and Gretel to The Rooster and the Hen. There's just so many different ones. You click on them, it shows you the different books. I'm going to choose one randomly. Let's just click on this one. I have no idea what it is. It's called The Big Roar. Again, remember, ages 5 through 7 here, folks. This isn't going to be the Iliad or anything of the sort. So we're going to go click on Go Read This Book. It's worth 10 eggs. So 10 eggs I can earn from reading this book and completing the quiz. And it's called The Big Roar. Okay, now I have an option up here, and not all books have this option, the Read to Me option. I'm going to click it on so you can hear what it does. Here we go. You can hear the pages turn, The Big Roar. Skim ahead because I am running out of time. And then you can take a book quiz. You need an 80% or higher to earn your prize, which is a fun card, and it's also a trophy. Please take the quizzes. Make sure they're understanding what they read. Thank you, everyone.